Okay, today's video is on future value. Now, I'm not going to use my psychic abilities to help you predict what the value of your portfolio is going to be. That's in a future video, hopefully. All right, so I want to talk about future value calculation. You might remember this, again, from that old high school math, but I want to show you how you can use future value calculations just to help you with some of your decision making along the way. So, what is future value? Okay, the formula. The first thing that we're going to take a look at is, what the present value is. Let's just say in this example, we're using 100,000. Okay, what interest rate or rate of return am I earning on my investments? And let's just say 7%. How long? Okay, so that's the time frame. It's known as N. Duration, and we'll say 10 years. Okay, and then the last variable is, any additional contributions. In this case, I'll just put 0. All right. So we can put this in the trusty future value calculator. You can find any of them online. There's a lot of different sources to do that just by Googling. But I've already done this calculation. And in this case, $100,000 growing at 7% for 10 years with no payments is $196,000. I think it was $710. Okay, now, well, why am I showing you this? Okay, one, this helps set some expectations about what's possible with your money, all right? When somebody, when you're forced with the decision, hey, should I buy a bigger house or maybe a more expensive car or whatever it might be, there's an opportunity to cost to making that decision. Another example would be maybe you just inherited or got a bonus from work or something, and you've got a lump of cash. You say, well, what do I do with this? You can put this into a calculator and give you kind of some idea of what you could earn on that money, assuming different rates of return. Okay. Now, I want to add something to this. We'll keep everything the same in this example, but let's just say, so same over here. We had $10,000 a year. So $100,000, 7% for 10 years, adding an additional $10,000 a year. Okay. The compounding effect on this, the total portfolio, is $334,000. Okay. So let's say you had, we were talking to the decision about if you had a house or the desire to purchase a house, but you bought $100,000 less and instead you invested the difference, you can see what this value could be. And then if you even added to it, how much sweeter that can be. So the key takeaway here, guys and gals, is that using a future value calculator, it can help you make decisions on maybe bigger sums of money than you're spending. Okay, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000. What would that money be worth if I didn't spend it on this? Okay, if I invested the difference. And the other thing is managing expectations. A lot of times, people come to me and they say, well, I've got a $100,000 bonus or $10,000 in savings or whatever it might be, and they want to make $1 million off it. It's like, well, what's realistic? What are realistic rates of return? This is a long-term average of the stock market. I'm not saying that this is a guaranteed rate because it's not, but if we just plug this one in, it gives you some context of what's possible. That way you kind of know where those ranges of returns are to make the decision whether to invest that money or whether to spend that money. So that's a future value calculation. Keep it in your back pocket for when you need to make those important decisions.